Hi, I'm Ryan, and my life is average.
Oh, gadget!
Hey, so I feel like I haven't told you guys a good story in a while, and I had something that I remembered from a long time ago that I figured I would share. So here's another episode of Storytime with Ryan, where everyone thinks that I make this shit up, but I don't. It's just my life is just super tragic, and I wish it was not real, but it is. Ding again. Okay, so this story dates all the way back to 4th grade. It may have been 3rd, but I'm pretty sure it's 4th, when I was still in public school in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. And I was a very gullible child. I was very sheltered. And when it came to anything sexual, even when it comes to kissing or anything, I was nothing. No, not even, I didn't even know what like hugging was barely at that point. I just like wrestling and eating Lunchables and saving a lot of icing for the last Dunkaroo. That was my 3 things in life. And if you don't know what Dunkaroos are, then I'm sorry. But yeah, so back then I had a health class. It wasn't a sex ed class per se, but just health, teaching younger kids, you know, how to be safe and germs and not get sick and different good practices. And my teacher in that class was an older guy, and he was a funny guy. He made jokes a lot, but at that age, I was dumb and didn't really get sarcasm. I didn't really get humor as much as I do now. So at one point in one of the classes, one of my friends, who was a funny guy, Kevin, asked the teacher, "Hey, how do you know if you're pregnant?" And everyone snickered, and then he looked at him with a very straight face and just said, "Well, your stomach will get very big, and if you get a stomach ache or you feel like you are eating a lot of food, then there's a good chance you may be pregnant." Now, of course, at that point, he's joking, because you would think, you know, that boys can't get pregnant, and everyone else is laughing. But me, I didn't really think it was a joke, and I remember thinking, like, okay, well, I don't have a big belly, and my stomach doesn't hurt or anything like that, so I'm clearly not pregnant. I was still young and weird and did not know that a guy could not get pregnant. So flash forward a couple weeks, I got a stomach virus. My stomach had that thing where it was very big and full with like gassy stuff, and it hurt really bad. So one day I stayed home from school and I realized I might be pregnant. So a day goes by and my stomach's not feeling any better, and I am at this point 100% that I am going to have a baby. I've never really seen boy baby dolls with babies in their stomach, but once again, I listen to what older people say, I trust it, and I'm not good at sarcasm. So my mom takes me to the local doctor, and I'm sitting in there, and he says, "How are you feeling, Ryan?" And I just start crying and saying, "I don't want to have a baby," over and over again. Now at this point, the doctor and my mom are looking at each other like, "What in the world is wrong with your son? What is this, a joke?" And they start laughing hysterically, and the doctor kind of gets me to repeat it and says, what are you talking about, Ryan? What's going on here?" And I was just in tears like, "I don't want to have a baby. I know that I have a big stomach and it hurts, and I was told by my teacher that if that happens, I might be pregnant, and I don't want to have a baby. That's for girls." So at this point, the doctor looks at me and very nicely says, "Ryan, boys cannot get pregnant, and you just have a stomach virus. That is not a baby in your stomach, and you'll be fine in 2 days. You just have to drink this pink medicine." And I remember this weight just came off of my shoulders, that I am not going to be a mother/father. I'm just not feeling well. And even though I hated the taste of that fucking pink medicine, at that moment, that pink medicine was like the best thing in the world. I would have drank a gallon of it if I had to. So moral of the story is, 3rd to 4th grade Ryan was super gullible and thought he was pregnant. And it turned out I wasn't, because that's impossible. So that's basically it. My life when I was a kid was very interesting, to say the least. I also have a bunch of stories written down that I thought of not too long ago from my past, and there was one that involves the nurse and me going to the bathroom in high school. So if you guys want to see that one, let's see if we can get 5,000 thumbs up on this video, and when we do, I will make another video explaining that story. Trust me, it is embarrassing, and you will probably like it, unless you're a Joe fan, because once again, Joe fans hate me. I'm sorry. I can't grow a good beard. It's patchy, I know. But as always, that's it for me. I will see you guys next Friday, and whoa, settle down. Kids.